a primetime fight. Every class feels like destiny's pen. Cowboys rise high, I feel it, we meet again. Memories linger from week one start. The Eagles try hard, but we played our part. Now at AT&T, the star shines proud. Home crowds, thunder screaming loud. Feel it, we meet again under bright lights. Two giants of the East in a primetime fight. Every class feels like destiny's pen. Cowboys rise high, I feel it, we meet again. From kickoff to whistle, it's passion and grit. History made every time these two hit. Division dreams hanging in the air. Only one leaves with glory to wear. Philly, we meet again under bright lights. Two giants of the East in a primetime fight. Every clash feels like destiny's pen. Cowboys rise high, and Philly, we meet again. Year after year, the story retold. Cowboys and Eagles, the rivalry bold. Fighting baby, the message is plain. Victory shouts, Philly, we meet again.
Yo, run! Run!
This way! This way!
Yeah, boy!
I showed him Easton.
That's awesome. We got a
Big
sack.
sack. Yeah.
Patrick Romero. Hey, Patrick, I'm going to be live, brother. I'll tell you what section we're in. We'll hang out.
I didn't get no fucking ice cream.
Me too.
Yes.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Se va, sáquenme la botella que funda para gastarle. Esta noche tú y yo nos vivimos la película. Luce cámara, la acción, después en mi recámara. En el duelo no se sabe quién ganará. So baile, baby, ese seguro y retrocede. Que me encanta la manera en que tú lo mueves. Solo pégate un poquito, mami, que yo quiero enseñarte lo que yo tengo para ti. Lo que tengo para ti. Sé que te va a encantar.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Primetime Studios. Hey, you know what? Welcome Primetime Phil back to Primetime Studios because he's back in this mother. Anyways, I don't even know where to go with that anywhere, Brian. Yeah. But anyways, welcome back, sir. Welcome back into the studio as we, from Las Vegas where we were at, and finally with those road trips and the airline delays and people getting overnight stays. Yeah, it was a hell of a roller coaster, but it was a hell of a game, and it was great to meet everybody. But it was also great to hang out with my boy, my time brother, Gametime Bryan. What's going on, sir?
Breaking balls, as always. If you guys only had a microphone before we go live, all the shit he says. But he's a nice, wonderful man, and I give it back to him, so I'm sure he loves that. But good evening, Phil. Good evening. I know how excited you are to do this broadcast. I'm excited. I know that much. We're going to get this game in, get this game out. And
talk about the NFL, talk about, not try to piss too many people off. Let's just be real. Come on, man.
It is what it is. Cheers.
Hold on.
It's Saturday night.
You talk for a second. Let me grab a drink.
Yeah, we are going to piss people off tonight. No, I'm joking. But listen, we are who we think we are. I think this team, this new shaped Cowboys team, has a lot of promise, and I believe that they're going to show you tomorrow what road they're on. Will that be in a win? I don't know. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Only the mailbox can tell. But again, it's our best guess. Eagles are a very good football team. Again, we
a good
give them
test.
a lot of props. We give them a lot of props. That's the frustrating part, right, Phil? As much props as we give, it's never enough. It's never enough for you guys and gals. It's like we want it all. And that's a good way to be, but we need to check some of that sometimes. You know what I mean? You get a little give and take. But anyway, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
We got a nice house here, a nice little opening house here. Stir it up.
Let me see.
Stir the gravy.
See if I can bring up the chat. There we go.
There
Boom.
you go.
I don't know how well that's going to do, but we'll see. But anyways, Brian, man, we are back into the studio, and honestly, we're Dallas back into at least contention mode. Not in any, and we're not talking about that P word that's later on. We're talking about just being a competitive defense. To allow your offense to if they sputter or if they have a moment where, like, for example, that Raiders game, a defense that is really good, but the offense not as great. That was kind of a little bit of a preseason, how college football tends to schedule that one team in before they kind of really start their season. And this is where it really gets tough. And you pointed it out before, the little, 4 or 5 game stretch that we have here against some winning teams. And, I feel a lot better with the additions that we've had, whether you're talking about the health and possibility of other ones coming back, because I get excited with the possibility of Diggs coming back as well and being added into that rotation. I know not a lot of people don't have that same view upon that, but Diggs to me is still my dog. I really love him. I want to see him healthy, and I want to see him back in this defense, and a big part of it.
Thursday, we're hearing possibly Thursday for the Thanksgiving game.
So,
yeah.
When we talk about that, I didn't even know that. I know that they had, they were talking about a certain time. I thought maybe further on.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
He was put on IR, and tomorrow's game is game number 4, and he has been practicing. So he is, or he has been not all full go, but he's ready and able, supposedly. So there's a chance. I think what Dallas likes to do every year, they're not new to this. They always normally play 3 games in 11 days. Sometimes it's 3 games in 10 days. This is a 3-game and 11-day situation. They like to bring guys up.
Yeah,
in
Winfrey.
That situation.
I think Winfrey's another one that we can talk about in that sense, because
that
was another one.
Yeah, you got Perry and Winfrey. You have 2 players. You have
Thomas is back.
You have Savone Ravel, and you on a pitch count, as well as DeMar being overshown, knowing that there's a Thursday game getting ready to come up. So again, they're going to be smart. They do everything by the book. They really take extra precaution with these players. Now the pitch count, as Shoddy said, is flexible depending on the game, obviously, so, but they're trying to hold the Ravel and Overshown to a pitch count. Enter Diggs, enter Perry and Winfrey.
Well, even
enter Solomon Thomas, who practiced full today.
Well, even Quentin Williams was on a pitch count last week. He didn't play all the snaps, so it's like
he was.
So there's so many things. Osa Digizua. That was the whole thing because of everything. Ryan Clark. Now they're trying to put him on a pitch count just to kind of allow him to last through the season. I think we've seen that in Green Bay, where there's a little bit of drop off at the end of the season just because they were playing him a lot. So the fact that you're pairing them off, and you got Solomon Thomas, you got Jay Toia, I think I nailed it that time, and then you add in Perry and Winfrey in there, and I get excited about that defensive line, especially once you do have a young edge rusher out there in EZ, and of course those other veterans that definitely do the job in the sense of Fowler and
Clowney
and James motherfucking
Williams
Houston. Yep,
deep, very deep team. Again, it's I'll just say this. And I was talking to Eagle Drew today. We brought him on. The main thing is this. When you look at ESPN, okay, and I haven't talked to Phil. Eagles defense is rated 18th in the league, but wouldn't we both admit that they're playing?
Oh, way better. Way better. Way
five,
better.
Top
Maybe,
3.
Yeah, I would. And
that's why when Drew goes, but you guys are 30th. And I'm like, like you're 18, but.
Now we have
the Raiders. We added substantially. We are not the 30th best defense. I said, you're gonna
now
find
it's
out
going to be a
tomorrow
bad
that we're
average.
not.
Yeah, exactly. If you do great, that average where you have such bad grades and you get a grade, an A, and it doesn't bring up the rest of the grade. It's just it's such a bad average throughout the whole year. But adding those two guys, whether people want to believe it or not, we talked about this being a step for the future. The next 2 years are signed for the next 2 years. Whether you're restructuring, whatever you're doing, which is great. I really love the combination. Yeah, they're a little bit older, but man, it's a force to be reckoned with, and I love that. We need that. It's just something that we've been lacking on this defense for a long time. Let's say ever. Almost.
You understand the deal just schematically what that does for the opposing offense.
Trust me, as a quarterback, I see it. I look at it and go, man, when your center is just being thrown into your face,
bodies.
it's not. Yeah.
Like, doesn't it make it easier on a lot of different levels, like the Eagles have been doing for the last few years with their defensive line? It makes it easier. It makes it easier for the defensive ends and the linebackers and the blitzing, because last game, Quinnen Williams was doubled 16 times. Kenneth Clark was doubled 13 times, and I think Osa was doubled like 6 or 7 times.
And then how many is your defensive edges at that point being doubled, with that combo?
You see Donovan Ezeraku get home multiple times. You see,
James Houston getting home.
It's not so much about those guys. It's what it opens up for other guys, right? That's the whole.
Well, I mean, it rushes the passer a little bit, gives their linebackers an easier tackle. There's a lot of, when you look at Murray, when he get that tip pass, that was a rush kind of throw. Even though it was zone and he just had time to kind of read that, he kind of rushed it because of that rush, and then it was tipped by Murray, and then boom, next so it does cause things throughout your defense. And when I look at these two teams kind of going forward, I find these two teams very similar in so many ways. Whether it's offense, defense, you look at the offensive line for them, great offensive line, but they're missing some pieces, so it kind of makes them where they have problems. Our offensive line looking really good, really promising, but young, has problems at times. You got a quarterback that's capable of doing some shit. You got 2 wide receivers that at any point can take over games. Tight ends that are definitely capable of getting open and doing some damage. You look at the defense. The defensive tackles are penetrating defensive tackles that can cause havoc, which causes your not elite edge rushers, but to be better edge rushers as well. Your linebackers are there. Your secondaries. I find a lot of similarities with them. So it's like the battle here is going to be some really craziness, and it's just, so one could take it over, the other one could take it over. It could just be a battle, offensively, battle defensively. It's just so many chances with these two teams. I think it's just going to be a hell of a game. Other than it being a divisional game, I think that's also ramps it up even more. The possibilities of each team needing something. There's a lot. I think that's what going to make that atmosphere even more just amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a heightened atmosphere with Marshawn Nealon's family and girlfriend / pregnant girlfriend are going to be in attendance. They're going to do a tribute at home. It's going to be a very, very emotional night for the afternoon for the Cowboys. We hope that they can keep it together and play. They're going to be inspired. It's going to be up to the Eagles to make Dallas uninspired. We'll see if they can do it with a struggling offense. Yes, the Eagles have done well defensively. Their offense has been struggling. They're getting the job done, right? The Eagles are getting the job done. They have amassed 8 wins. So will Dallas be able to knock them off in a one-game situation? But I got some roster movement today. If you don't mind, I'll read off some of the things for everybody and the people, and I want to touch on any Eagle fans that are in the chat. I know Landon Dickerson practiced. If any other news is there, please let us know. Dallas has released Kaiir Elam. Remember, he was.
Yeah, I mean, you needed to move some rotations. Somebody had to go. I mean, in the sense of, you got 2 guys there that are young and looking promising for the past couple of games, whether Ravel one game, Carson for a couple of games, and then you had Bland. And yeah, I think, that there's just somebody that had to go. I think if you can grab him, obviously if he'll get back onto the practice squad, I think that's not going to be a bad move. I think he's made an impact. I don't think it's all been his fault. I think he's been on the hip a lot of the times. So I like to see him come back and into the practice squad type of situation and getting back into the rotation. I don't think it was just terrible. It's interesting, though, that they put Bridges above him. So it's just...
Well, he plays Eberflus's system better. Again, Elam, we traded for him. He has all the traits in the world, but he just does not play
no
like close enough. He just seems
he was
to be
there. He
always
was a Chidobe Awuzie, where he was just there, but he wasn't there. Farm Boy 86 says with the $20 super chat says, "Good evening, Primetime Game Time. Hope the trip went well. Here's a little something. Go Cowboys." Thank you,
Mark Hutchinson. Thank you, brother. That's Mark Hutchinson, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cash or select payment type.
Okay, so I gotta remember that. Mark Hutchinson there. Okay.
Yeah. Farm Boy is Mark Hutchinson.
Yeah. So as soon as I get it familiarized, I'll remember these times.
Now, next move, again, the corresponding move with that is they had to do something with Malik Davis. They could not. He had no more options, so he will now be on the active roster for the remaining.
I don't mind it.
I like Malik. He runs hard. Everybody's saying, "How about Maffa?" Dallas has 2 more IR designations for the rest of the year, so you can't. He's going to remain on IR. Maffa will be a part of this organization going forward. He's a new draft pick. Unfortunately, things like this happen. If they should suffer an injury, Maffa will be elevated. But right now, I like what they're doing with Lepke.
Or if the season kind of starts to go, they could also bring out Moffitt for some playing time and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, there's things that they could do.
Yeah,
so,
I really like Davis. I think Davis is a good.
Yeah, Malik runs hard. Man.
We've had our battles with Malik Davis and being on this roster, but he tends to like just battle hard. His running since he's been here for the past couple of years has just really been hard and very great vision. Let's just say
you got to give the man credit. We cut him. He was on the couch, came in and carried the ball 30 times in a preseason game and looked fantastic. Okay. Malik Davis was let go, stayed, like before the season. Then we brought him back on the practice squad. Anybody that can keep themselves in shape mentally and physically and be ready. You gotta, and the way he runs, the way he ran, that's how he has to be. And unfortunately for some others, Malik plays special teams. So you need to be able to do that. You need to be able to do more than one thing. He does. I like it. Again, I like it. I mean, it's a little weird seeing 43, but it is what it is. Another good news here with the calf injuries. Solomon Thomas was full practice today.
Yep, I like that.
Or on Friday, I mean.
Yeah,
so
I mean, when you think about what Whitehide has done,
last week.
Bringing 3 Jet defensive linemen over here, I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Now, there are 2 that are questionable. Hakeem Adeniji and Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, Adeniji had like a illness, they said?
Illness, yeah. And Jadeveon is a shoulder and neck. He will play, but they're being extra careful. For the Eagles, right tackle Lane Johnson is out, and Cam Jurgens looks like he's going to play, but he has a concussion. Like I told Drew today, I feel like this is not necessarily a good thing because this could easily be one series and he's back on the sideline for the rest of the game. Yeah. As long as you have the roster that can handle an extra spot just in case, fine. But that tells you the drop off between Jurgens to Toth, I believe his name is, 3-toed Toth. So that's basically the good news that we have going into the game. After releasing the practice squad center Wesley French on Tuesday, the Cowboys filled their open practice squad spot with another offensive guard in guard Nick Leverett. So yeah, he was with Tampa the last few years.
Yeah, I would say can't say I know his work.
Yeah. So
just
there
how
we
long he's
go.
been in
You
the
were
league, I
all
think.
caught up with the moves of the day here. I'm hearing myself. I don't know if that's your internet.
Yeah, it probably could be the internet. I'm like doing some stuff on the browser, so
Okay.
it could be. Hold on, I'm trying to get to a certain page
So,
here.
I don't know if they hear it. Yeah.
No, usually they do.
I hear
Oh
it
my
bad
god,
now.
it's gonna suck.
Primetime Phil is my secret crush. Yes, Rhonda. Are you guys hearing too, or is it just me?
Yeah, my internet's like
Wow,
kind
it's
of
bad.
doing something. But anyways, Brian, do you want to go through the NFL games, or do you want to kind of continue? Because we can go in so many different directions when it comes to this matchup. I don't know. Like we could talk the
Well,
additions, what we thought. I mean, on this
stay
channel
with the
we did
game
not
for
talk
right
about the
now.
Raiders.
Let's
We
stay
did
with
talk
the
about the
game.
Raiders game coming into how
Okay.
this trip went.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Well,
Since
when
I'm
I
hearing-
don't mean the
I don't hear
regular
myself
game
now, so
itself.
that's good.
Yeah, I told you it was the internet browser. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Randy McIntyre, we definitely missed you there, man. We walked a lot. I think I don't
Thanks,
have a
Randy.
thing that counts my step at all. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I really honestly wish that you could have been there, Randy. It just the timing, it just sucks. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to come out and we'll be able to meet up and everything. But when this one, yeah, it was a great thing you probably didn't because we just walked so much. So if we would have been like, okay, let's meet us over
30,
there.
I think.
My
Game Time Brian's my crush. Primetime Phil's a side piece.
side piece. Oh, okay. He's doing the which one would he marry? Which one? Yeah. I see where you're going with that one.
You gotta kill one.
Yeah, exactly.
Marry one. And, oh yeah, I didn't want to say it, but since you did say it.
Hey man, this is
anyway. Okay, you want to put a bow? I don't know though. I think you want to put a bow on the Raider game?
Well, no, not in the Raider game, but the trip. I think the trip itself, towards just meeting everybody. Because honestly, we talked about it on your channel. We haven't been able to talk about it on this channel. I think that Sunday going to the Brew Dogs, I think that was a great decision. There, Jesse Montanez, Brian,
Thanks,
Phil,
Jesse.
glad you enjoyed your adventure with the guys. Yes. It was a great one. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yes, it was awesome. That's when I think when I talk about the Brew Dogs, just being able to sit in that spot, see all these games, just get some good food. That was some good food. I mean, that was everything we ate that day, but the drinks are pretty good.
Yeah,
we did not.
that was
plan
impressive, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I drank more that day on maybe 6 or 7 wings and a couple cheese curds and maybe 3 little calamari rings. It was all I ate all day. And I think I walked off my liquids, but it is. Yes, rum and Coke, man. Yes,
that was
buddy.
me.
I
Rum
am
and
drinking
Coke all
a
the
rum and
time.
Coke.
Rum and Coke was me most of the time, except for the Bloody Mary morning where I ate a spicy omelet, and it was just not a good combo.
Yeah. When that fucking thing came out, man, I'm looking at it like, number one, what did you order? And then to see all the jalapenos in there. Dude, you definitely made a
I didn't really think it out.
rookie
Let's
move.
just say, yeah, that was extremely.
That was a rookie move.
Yeah, I should have gone so simple.
He was in a fog. Yeah, kind of looks good. Oh, it looked
Yeah.
good. But
I was like, I want something spicy, and then I
God.
forgot that I had ordered my thing. I was like, ooh, I want something spicy. It's like, oh, deja vu.
Yeah.
But no, didn't put 2 and 2 together until.
it was fun. I'm
was
glad we got to do the VR experience. That was
That was
cool.
amazing. Yeah, that was
Again, I'm
incredible.
glad they relented because Phil was kind of giving me the side
Yeah,
eye.
I
I'm
was.
like,
I
all
was
right,
like,
you guys want to walk
because
around?
wasn't only that,
Just
it was one
trust
of
me a
those-
little bit.
It was one of those things you had to come back in 2 hours, so we were already there, and so whatever we had to do, we had to kind of time it and make sure we were back in exactly 2 hours. And it's like,
But
don't
I had
usually like
done it
doing that
before,
shit.
so it was kind of worth it.
Yeah, well now
What were we
knowing,
gonna
I
do?
would
Walk?
have done it again.
That's what odds are. What we would have been doing. At least we got a chance to, sit down and kind of kick back for a little bit. Anyway, it was good. We had a great time. Again, we were already looking at. I was anyway. Phil wasn't. I was telling just like some of the away games, or possibly doing a game in Dallas. We just can't have Wade there. As long as Wade's not there, we have
make
a
sure
shot
he's
to
on
win.
the road.
No,
When you gonna be on the road, Wade?
joking.
When you gonna be on the road? Oh, I can't do it this time. Okay,
What?
let's do it that time. No, it's bad
Vinny
luck,
Hagen
man.
with the super chat.
Can't be a Philly game there.
Vinny's killing it.
Vinny,
Thanks, Vinny,
thank
for
you,
the super
thank you
chat.
so much, man. Did you wanna say something I can read off of it? I don't know if it just didn't send what you were trying to say. I know Vinny sometimes has
He just said, yeah.
he's like,
Yeah, he's a little,
keep the change. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep
That's
the
good.
change, you filthy animal.
Thank you, Vinny. I
But
appreciate
anyway,
it.
let's
Primo.
get to it. Let's get to it.
Yeah. We can talk about the games that are around the NFL.
I didn't know if you were playing a drop. Sorry.
No.
Well, no, I
was
figure
looking
that
back.
I'll ask you questions about the game tomorrow, and you give me your opinion. How about
All
that?
right,
I
that
got a
sounds
gnat.
good. All right, let's piss some people off.
I got a gnat buzzing the tower. All right, so if you are the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator, okay, what do you want to see from them as far as guarding the Eagles?
Man
Knowing that
coverage.
now you have
Man coverage.
big boys in the middle.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
and
would
you
say
think we'll see
I
man
understand his concept with the zone coverage. I mean, he wants to cover all the field. If you get to pressure, you have a chance of getting turnovers because you're somebody in the vicinity that you'll be able to pick it off or whatever like that. So I get that. So I get the mixture. If you're doing blitzes and things like that, I'm okay with it. But it can't be everything. And these guys, it doesn't take much to get open. With the slant and stuff, so I think you don't want to be just giving it up like that. So man coverage most of the time, press, because I would say the way that you would attack this defense is with quick passes, and if you can take away the quick stuff, it causes Hurts to kind of hold the ball more in his hands, and it gives these guys a little bit more time to get home against let's just be real, a better offensive line, even with their guy being out, than what we faced last week.
Yeah. I'm just asking because that's going to be, I think this game is going to be won or lost. Not so much there. We're going to have to just do what we've been doing. And I thought we played Eagles good the first week, other than Jalen Hurts. I think the addition to DeMarvin Overshown, Logan Wilson, I think we are in a better spot to handle Jalen's running. Now, will they? We'll see. AJ he's in a bad way right now. AJ Brown. So looks like he's not running routes real hard when he's not getting the ball. It's always rough. That's always but they have Devontae Smith. Devontae's always good for at least one big play down the field against the Cowboys. And then Dallas Goedert, to me, that's the guy. Obviously Saquon, but Dallas Goedert's the guy you're gonna have to try and keep an eye on. He seems like he always burns the Cowboys, right, Phil? So I think again we're in a better spot than we were with the linebacker additions. A more veteran Shamar James and the limited snaps he's gonna get. Overshown. Leah Fowl, they're playing him more. If you noticed, everybody, they're not seeing Jack Sanborn.
Yeah, Jack
hardly at
Sanborn's
all.
in. He's in the window where he's trying to come back, right? So I don't know about the window, but I know he was rehabbing and stuff like that. Vinny says, "I wanted to say I enjoyed your trip." Yeah, it was a good one. I'm glad we got a lot of videos. Bryan took some videos. That was good. I tried to get some shorts up in there.
Yeah, I got a lot. I have to. Yeah, I have a lot. I just posted a couple shorts on TikTok. With the ice bar, 2 different ones. But I am starting. I'm starting to learn things you can and can't do on. It's kind of annoying about the YouTube side of the shorts. So that I need to figure out. But to make it look half decent, I could do it. But to make it look half decent, it requires a little more. And I got to cut the video down and stuff. But I got other stuff coming. I'm going to leak them out slowly. So I'm going to be working on that other video I took with the with the GoPro, Phil. I took a lot of footage. I didn't take as much as I wanted because Colleen didn't follow us around like I had previously thought as much as I wanted, so she didn't get a lot of video of me and Phil. So
Yeah, she was enjoying
it
it.
is
Your
what it
producer
is.
was
I
not
got
producing.
Yeah, she was having too much fun. So
That dude Roller, what's up, man?
no, it's not her fault. I didn't ask her. I didn't ask her. So, again, it's a work in progress. This thing, but I thought the trip really did. It turned out well. I think Vegas was the perfect spot for our first trip as we go. Now, Vegas, every move is like a $20 spot.
Oh, my
You want to go to the
God,
bathroom,
it's
it's 20
like,
bucks.
It was just, everything.
So,
That's,
if we go to Dallas next year, or let's say we go wherever we go, let's say we go to Chicago, or let's say we go wherever we go, it's not going to be that way. Now, you won't be going from place to place to place and have all these options, but you pick a place and go hang out. It won't be that way, but still very, very fun. But now, my next question to you, getting back to the game, I believe that the game is going to hinge on our offense, Phil. I think our defense will do a good enough job to maintain and keep Eagles in check. I think we're either going to lose the game or win the game is how we handle the Eagles defense. That's my opinion. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I would definitely agree on that.
If our offense doesn't score 20 points, we're effed.
I mean, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at how they start off games and how they start off in that Raiders game with the 2 drives, it just looked terrible. And was it much what the Raiders did? It was a lot of what they were not doing. It was just a terrible, terrible looking football. So when you look at it, I mean, they're very capable of – I've seen them do a whole half of football. That's not what we improved on. We didn't improve on that side of the ball. We didn't get guys back. I mean, there's guys better in playing with each other in the sense of playing with each other. Here, pause. In the sense of the offensive line and getting camaraderie and stuff. But when it comes to everything else, I mean, it's been the same. So I've seen it sputter into the point where it's a whole half and they can't do shit. So that's I would say they get in their own possible ways sometimes, and the way they play is going to determine a lot of how this game just shapes up for this defense as well too. Are they on the field a lot? Are they not? Are they getting ramped up because their offense is scoring? Can they rush the ball because they're getting ahead? There's so many things that can shape up the defense and how they're playing by just how your offense putting drives together, staying on the field over converting those third downs. So there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Vic Fangio seems to shut down.
Yeah, I would agree.
With some of these high-powered offenses with his schemes. But if I told you, right, especially after the first game of the year where Pickens wasn't that much of a factor, again, he was running one route against the Eagles. If I told you through 10 games, George Pickens has 908 yards and 7 touchdowns. Pickens is just the 4th player in Cowboys history
I would
to
have been
have
surprised.
900
I would have
yards
thought.
and 7 TDs in the first 10 games.
Now, don't get me wrong. Again, he's not the number 2 receiver, but when teams tend to double coverage, CD,
it's a 1 and 1A, definitely.
It's a 1 and 1.
Say either one.
Yeah,
It's a 1.
yeah. I don't look at it that way because there's a lot of the times
1v1.
I feel like Pickens is the number 1 option a lot of the times as well too because of how the defense. So it just really depends on each play determines on who the number 1 receiver is. So I like that you have a guy that's capable of doing it. I mean, when you look at his high school and being able, he was gonna what. I think he was committed to Auburn, and then he switched over and just went to Georgia the last moment. Had controversial stuff. I mean, that's just part of who he is. I mean, he has these moments where, he squirts a water bottle at the opposing quarterback and gets suspended for a game. So it's like or for a half or something like that. I mean, there's just things that he does when he just gets over emotional into the game. It's a lot of times what I see on wide receivers. Let's just be real. I think it's that position a lot of the times. So I love what he brings to the table. He just definitely complements CD. He does things that CD's not capable of doing. And I'm not saying in general if he wasn't really able to try, but it's just not something I've seen. I haven't seen the fadeaway, one-handed catch type of things other than in that Vikings game, So I think they complement each other very well. I love the swagger between them. But I would not have guessed that he would have been close to 1,000 yards after that, after the amount of games, especially
Yeah,
thinking
I was
about
shocked.
how CD is.
Yeah, I was shocked right now. He only joins Bob Hayes in 1966, Michael Irvin in 95, T.O. in 2007, all three of which are Pro Football Hall of Famers. Now, again, he's got a long. I'm just giving you the stats, people. Just the stats. So, I think the key to this game is Dallas able to score. Eagles stopping Dallas scoring. I think if Dallas can get into the high 20s, they win the game. That's the bottom line. I don't think Dallas' defense is going to give up 30 points to the Eagles. I just don't. Again, it's all talk until we actually see what's going on. Don't look at the numbers. This is a divisional game. Another stat for you, Phil. Dak Prescott, and I cringe with these type stats, but it is a stat. It's a more realistic stat than Eagles being the 18th ranked defense when we know they're better than that, especially after the Jalen
Well, it's
Phillips
like we're now
edition.
better.
And
We're
Dallas
better than the 30th ranked defense now.
Dallas is ranked 30th right now, but they gave up so many yards early. It's going to be tough to really move up, especially with the schedule that we have coming up in the next 3 games. But Dak Prescott's record, he's won his last 18 games at home against an NFC East opponent. That is, as long as Dak has played. Think about that.
That tells me he's played
NFC
well.
East home game he's lost is 2017 when he lost to the Eagles. That I don't think it was Jalen.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
That's the thing. It wasn't even Jalen.
No, I
maybe
mean,
it was,
I'm interested to see how this
yeah.
is. I mean, I love the. I don't know. This game does mean something for both sides, and so I think that's what makes it awesome. Just the improvement from the Cowboys makes this a little more competitive game than it would have been weeks ago. So that's what we look at this defense, and that's what we're looking towards into the future. Obviously, we're going to need more pieces with that first round draft picks and so on. But I'm very interested to see now how they play against a better offense than what they were playing with the Raiders.
Agreed. Obviously, yes. I mean, I agree with that. I just think that what George Pickens is doing, he changed his tune. If anybody, when they first asked George, I guess it was a couple weeks after he got here, things were going good. He was, maybe after 3 weeks or whatever. He said, "Yeah, well, we got to talk to my agent. Everything goes through my agent. I got to weigh my options and about returning to the Cowboys." Well, he was asked that again this week, and he says, "I absolutely would love to be back with the Dallas Cowboys." He's having a time of his life. Him and CD Lamb were at Red Rock, a resort and casino in Vegas, past curfew. Now, the whole puking of CD Lamb was fake news, but they were out past curfew. In Red Rock, they are like brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They love each other.
You can see it.
They're not gonna let him go. They are already talking about it's not a perfect situation in franchising tag him, and they're already basically letting him know we're going to franchise. Yeah, they didn't do that with Micah. We're gonna franchise tag you. We want to do a long-term deal. That lowers the number a bit. It does. Because if he really loves Dallas, this is your opportunity to get him at 32, 33 million a year. The franchise tag is at 24.
And what would be awesome would be
it's crazy
if you had a receiver on the other side that was willing to take a little bit of a cut to help this out. But you can't wish everything.
Or restructure. Yeah.
Restructure.
Well, I think that he's going to get his money. I mean, listen, guys, expect Williams' contract to be redone. Expect Clark to be redone. They're going to re-sign Aubrey. You could flip switches on Osa's contract. There's a lot.
Very quickly, there's a lot. They're all built in there. I mean,
it's not going to be an issue.
No.
Like I told everybody before the season, money's not an issue. I think it was Leo who was in here tonight. Thanks, Leo. But it's not an issue, man. And the cap's going to go up. They're going to roll.
When Micah smacks somebody in the face and
rolling
says
20
that
million
my back is hurting
So.
and stuff, when you're playing games like that, I mean, hey, you're better an asset than you are a player. So I love what they've done with it. I mean, they flipped it for some really good guys. I'm looking to see what they do with that first rounder, but. Again, that's all we can do with it, and I really love the moves, and it just at least makes our interior defense at least a threat compared to where it wasn't before. It was just let's just say it was average, but they weren't playing average. They weren't getting pressure. They weren't really kind of causing anything.
Yeah.
So.
And we say this because it's an NFC East battle. This game will be close. Shit, last year when we were an absolute joke against a then Super Bowl Eagles caliber team, it was a close game going. Dallas should have been leading going in the half. Me and Phil were there. If it weren't for that strip sack, inside the 5-yard line, you know what I mean?
Man.
I mean,
God, that was such bad
this
play.
is going to be a close game, people.
Yeah.
It's going to be and we had nobody last year. Dak was out by then. Both of our corners were out. A couple of our linemen, our edge rushers were out. Again, it was an absolute joke. But NFC East games tend to be a lot better and more closely played games. But let's get to this weekend's football, if you don't mind. We saw we did see the Bills lose to the Texans. I brought up this analogy earlier, Phil. I brought up that, again, Dallas, we're not talking playoffs. They got way too much distance between where they're at now and getting into the playoffs. But in a one-game situation, as you saw, I don't think anybody in here is going to say that the Texans are better than the Bills. But yet the Texans beat the Bills, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that's a even better analogy to show Dallas, in my opinion, is going to win this game tomorrow. They're the more desperate team. The line has dropped to 3. So, I don't know. I have a really good feeling about the game. If I'm wrong, you know where to find me. But let's get to the weekend football. The Chicago Bears, 1 o'clock game, host the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is actually an enjoyable game. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, both teams winning records. Quarterbacks that
7
are
and 3,
capable
6
of
and
doing
4, yeah.
stuff. One feels like it's going on one side, the other one's going downhill, so it makes them kind of even.
Thanks,
there.
Leo. Thank you.
When I look at it, Chicago's at home. I feel like they've been playing well enough at them, but I feel like Pittsburgh has the better defense. I think I would think in this situation Pittsburgh would be the underdog. But I'm gonna go Pittsburgh in this matchup. I don't know. Something's pushing me more towards that defense with the guy on the edge like TJ Watt is going to do something against Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears at home. What's that?
No, it's like now we find out he's not playing or something like that. But go ahead.
No, I think the Bears at home. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if he's playing with that broken wrist. He may play, but it's his non-throwing hand, but it's still a broken wrist. I expect the Bears to do well. Surprisingly, they have turned their season around. They are pretty darn good. And Caleb Williams, I was looking at the stats after talking to Drew. Jalen is not in the top 10 is against the Blitz.
We need to be,
maybe
and
recently,
Cowboy fans,
but,
we need.
Yeah. But,
But,
anyway, go ahead.
No, I was saying, as Cowboy fans, we need to be rooting for Pittsburgh.
I'm not saying who I'm rooting for. I'm just predicting. Caleb Williams is number 1 against the Blitz, so it'll be interesting. But I would lean to.
I understand. Definitely, Chicago should be the favorite. No.
I'm going to pick the Bears. So
I just feel like the defense of Pittsburgh.
Next game on the docket. Yeah. I mean, I hope you're right. The Bears should have lost. Green Bay should have lost. I mean, look, we're counting on Jesse's Giants to bail us out, and that shit ain't happening. They're just being smart and losing. The second game, the Cincinnati Bengals, the 3-7 Bengals with Joe Burrow warming up. He's getting ready to come back. I don't know if he's playing in this game. Against the 9-2 New England Patriots. Wow.
Yeah.
Bengals?
Man, I want to go
Dude,
New
the Bungles
England,
do.
and I feel like New England's gonna get this, but oh man, Cincinnati at home. No, I'm gonna still go New England. I'm still gonna go, even though I'm not rooting for anybody.
going
You know,
with the
again, the
Bengals.
predictions. Yeah.
I'm going Bengals. I don't see New England winning 10 games. I know they
man.
will, but I don't think it'll be this week. Cincinnati with all those weapons.
That's what I'm saying. They do
I
have a lot
think
of
Joe
weapons. I mean,
Flacco, if he
Flacco is
starts.
capable, so
Yeah,
I mean that's why
I just
it's
have
like,
a weird feeling about that game. Yeah, the home team's getting no respect there. But give me the Bengals. I don't know. I have a weird feeling. Next game, 1:00 game. Detroit Lions in Detroit, hosting the New York Football Giants. Giants are 6-4 versus the 2-9 Giants. We need the Giants to
Dude,
win.
Giants about to get the ass beat. I'm just gonna say, this is one of those. I'm sorry, I'm not which one. Yeah, but Patty the Pirate 8885. I'm sorry who this actually is. So you blame it on YouTube, please. With the $5 super chat says thoughts on the Cowboys potentially signing international free agent Joe Biadana, Rob Cizzo.
Joe Biden?
Told me he would be a great linebacker depth. I have to look into him. I have not seen him, and I mean,
I'm
the
looking
nice
him
thing
up
about
now.
those, the nice thing about those is that you
it's
wouldn't
Joe
count against the
Biden.
roster, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, when I punch it in, it brings up Joe Biden.
Oh, okay. So then he's
So it's not bringing up anything. So you know more than
So it's
I
probably
do.
Joe Biden. He's gonna put him on the
Patty
line.
The Pirates.
it's
Gather to me, lads. Gather to me. Arr, Peter. Oh, anyway. Brian, Phil, thank you for my loss, Jesse. Yeah, speaking of your loss, let's
But
go
man,
back.
you're having some good draft picks
so
and stuff, man. You're gonna be excited when the draft comes around, though. Man. So
I'm gonna go
and then
Detroit.
you're gonna have a new head coach. It's gonna be a whole different feeling, man. You're gonna be all pumped
Detroit's
up
a
and
minus
shit.
1,000. This is not.
Yeah,
even
I'm
close.
just saying, like, this ain't gonna. All right, if you guys are in this at the halftime,
Sorry,
I'd be
Jesse.
freaking
It might be
surprised
close.
as shit. I mean, Detroit, you never know. They gamble shit away all the time, man. They might like do some shit that you never know with them. But I still can't. Even if he gambles every
sorry,
single
Jesse,
fourth
but
down, I think he still whoops
I
your
need
ass.
your team to win, Jesse.
But we do need a team to win.
I need your team to win, Jesse.
Go Giants.
Next game, we need the Vikings to go into Green Bay and get a win. Green Bay 6-3-1. The Green Bay should have lost last week. Hosting the 4-6 Vikings.
What's going
Can
on
the
with the
Vikings
man?
win this?
Yeah, like the Vikings can. Will they?
JJ McCarthy stinks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's capable of stuff. He gets a little. He's still his young, gunslinging type of whole thing. I think Green Bay gets this home field all thing. I really hope Minnesota pulls this out, though.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
All it helps us
Unfortunately,
push Minnesota further down.
the
so
Green Bay is going to win,
I think so.
but we're going to root for Minnesota.
Yeah.
Next
People
1:00 game, you got the 1-9 Tennessee Titans hosting the 7-3 Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Do you see Tennessee? I mean, Tennessee is capable of getting an upset. I think Seattle, they've been playing really good, though. It's hard for me to think, even when they're playing badly, that they'd be playing that bad to lose to Tennessee. I got to go Seattle in this matchup. But you never know, right? I just can't see it.
Okay. Patty the Pirate with another super chat. I
Arr.
looked him up. So, Joe Biadani went to Temple University, Japan. He went. He could help CJ Tuck find his iPod. Shout out to my boy Dan DeCenzo for the reception. Patty the Pirate. We're gonna keep a lookout for Joe Biadani, or Badoni, or Biadoni. Yes, Patty. Gather to me, Patty. Gather to me. So I think we're both going Seattle with that game.
Yeah.
Okay. Next game, happens to be our opponent in 4
Yeah, I
days.
keep saying the same guy.
Kansas City Chiefs, the 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs, hosting the 8-2 Colts. Who do you got? This is a pick'em, basically a pick'em game.
I hope Kansas City wins,
Yeah,
just so they're not like pissed off and going into our matchup or whatever. I think Indianapolis is playing too well with the running game with Jonathan Taylor. I got to go Indianapolis. I think they're just playing better football. I think even though the Chiefs are a good team, they're just on the bad losing streak right now.
I think the Chiefs get the job done. I think the Colts are a very good team, a very good home team. This is a tough spot. The Arrowhead is one of the hardest places to play. I'm not that sold on Danny Dimes. I think Patty Mahomes gets the W. They're riding high going into AT&T on Thursday. Next game, the Baltimore Ravens. Again, the 5-5 Ravens are a huge favorite at home against the 2-8 New York Jets.
Yeah, I thought the New York Jets were going to start rattling off some wins, after they traded off their guys, just because there'd be some, we're the ones behind, and we're gonna carry this team, and they gotta win, and then that was it. I think that's going to continue. I think there's going to be a battle between the New York Jets and Tennessee on who gets that first pick. So it's going to be very, very interesting, and I think this one keeps the Jets in that race because Baltimore's about to whoop their ass.
I agree. Moving on to the 4:05 game. We just came from this stadium. The Raiders are home again. Las Vegas, 2-8, or the favorite against the 2-8 Cleveland Browns with that great defense and that great edge rusher. That don't mean shit if you don't have a full team.
I got
this is the first start for Shador.
Oh, okay. Hey, they're good for him. When I look at this, when I look at these teams, I look at the defenses. Who's the better defense? I think the Raiders have a better overall defense. I think obviously when you look at the two stars, who's better? Myles Garrett or Crosby. That is a hell of a conversation that we could go on for hours and hours on. I really like the Raiders just because I think they really complement at least the more on that defensive line, and will be able to kind of put pressure on Shedeur Sanders in his start. And hopefully he's not getting robbed when this is happening.
Not to mention the crowd noise in Las Vegas is off the chain, right, Phil?
Oh, yeah. You don't even have to try. They just,
you don't even have to try. Just real quick, if you haven't heard, me and Phil were sitting there. We're literally looking around the stadium. We're looking around the stadium, and nobody was moving yet. You heard this roar, and I'm like, that's just BS, man.
Wow.
It was early in the game. It was a drive to Dak. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it was a drive that. I'm not sure which drive, but it was a drive that Dak fumbled that we only gave up a field goal.
Or so,
I mean, it was loud, but you could hear the bass. You could hear that it was not normal. So give me the Raiders, though. I think the Raiders can win against Shedeur. Listen, this can go either way, but give me the Raiders. I thought the Raiders had signs last week. They did. They had opportunity, and they took some early on. They just couldn't get touchdowns.
Yeah, they were definitely
4:05 game. Yeah, go on. Get ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, I continue. I was just saying they were definitely slashing the defense.
Yeah, we have a delay going, guys, so it's we're doing the best we can between me and Phil. So I'm trying to shut up so he can talk, but I'm not trying to cut him off. Arizona Cardinals are 3-7, hosting the 6-4 Jags from Jacksonville. Duval in the house. Loyal Cowboy wanted to go to Duval until I told him, no, you don't. There ain't nothing to do in Jacksonville. Anyway,
nothing to do there.
there.
I think
Ask
Jacksonville.
Eagle fans, it
I think
sucks.
when you look at this matchup, Jacksonville should win this game 75% of the time, right? I think Arizona is good enough to be competitive in it, but I think overall, I think Jacksonville should be able to go over there and take care of business. Are you still thinking about it? Yeah, it's a hard decision. Arizona. You got Arizona.
No.
you're
I'm taking.
texting us.
This is a harder decision than. This is a harder decision. I am going to take the Cardinals. I am going to take the Cardinals. I have a weird feeling about this one. I think the Cardinals
you're doing
off
your
the
Momo
bye,
picks
right?
and
I
shit.
think,
You're doing your Momo. I feel this. I feel that. All right, cool.
Well, I had Jacksonville, but now that you say it, give me the Cardinals. Fuck it. Let's go with the Cardinals. We're going to skip over the Dallas game. We'll save that for last. We'll go to the New Orleans Saints at 2-8 are hosting the 3-7 Atlanta Falcons. Michael Penix out for the year. Do we know who's going to quarterback the Falcons?
Isn't it that old
is it Kirk
dude
Cousins?
that Kirk Cousin that used to play there? I think that is who the
that.
quarterback is.
You like
Kirk
Yeah.
Cousins.
Yeah, well,
Man, when I look at this team, I think Atlanta is capable of beating really any team, being a good team, but they just have not consistently played like that at all. You know, when they start to play like that in a game, then all of a sudden they disappear. I would think Atlanta should win this matchup, but I mean, division, these teams both suck. They're trying to get a better pick. I don't know what's going on here. They're like, it reminds me of South Park in the softball where they're both, no, we're gonna make you win and stuff like that. They're actually trying to lose the game and shit, so they don't have to travel anymore during the summer. That's kind of what these guys are gonna do. Like, this is gonna be a terrible game. They should have put it on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, not a good game, but give me the Falcons just because. Now, the Saints could win this. If they're smart, the Saints will lose. The Saints need to get high picks. Kellen Moore. So I'll take the Falcons as well. Arguably the best game, this game and the Eagle game, I think, in my opinion, are the best games of the week. This is probably the best games against two good teams. The Los Angeles Rams at 8-2 are hosting the 6-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes, definitely great team. Game here, like two teams that you would think are in the same division, but no, they're not. They're not on the same division. But if it all got mixed around, I think this would be a hell of a rivalry at some point. Man, this game. I think if I have to kind of sway in the balance of these two teams, I have to go more towards the Rams with home field advantage. I think they just have more weapons available right now. They don't have Mike Evans, their main receiver, being out. I mean, they definitely had some guys that stepped up. But when I look at it and the game on the line, I think just right now the Rams are more capable of making that last drive. It's a hard one.
This game's tough, man. I'm going to pick the Rams here, but I think Tampa could make this a game. Tampa is a very talented football team, even though they're banged up. This is a game that I'm definitely going to watch some of it. I should be able to watch it all. We'll see. But I'm going to take the Rams because I do believe the Rams may be, no slight to the Eagles, just all around maybe the best team. Remember, they went to Philly and really should have won the game. They really should have won that game if it wasn't for Jordan Davis's 2 blocked field goals. Again, this may be, this may be an NFC Championship type team. Maybe them and the Eagles, maybe them and Detroit, maybe them and some unnamed team with a star on the helmet. What? No, I didn't say that. I was joking, but you never know. The Rams could be in that mix. The final game of the week, not named Dallas Eagles, is the Monday night game. The San Francisco 49ers, who just cut Brandon Ayuk in a shocking, never before seen, very rare, just signed to a long-term deal. They just cut him today. 49ers hosting these 6-5 Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that definitely shocking. But again, with San Francisco, not really surprising. You know, I don't think John Lynch has had that problem with kind of like cutting people if they really need to kind of move on. They usually try to get value out of it, so I'm kind of just surprised they didn't try to do something and hold on to him for the off season or something like that. Put him on an IR. I don't know. It just seemed like you could have got some kind of value out of him. When I look at these two, I think who can slow down the game. I think the Carolina Panthers are capable of doing that. I think it just depends on what happens in the beginning. I think San Francisco is going to kind of like slide down, but then all of a sudden they just keep it going. I mean, I got to give them credit on that sense, man. Mac Jones is definitely keeping their head above water. So it's hard for me to pick against them just because, hey, they're at home and they've been actually taking care of business. So I'm going to go San Francisco on this. It's not very confidently because let's be real, the Panthers have a hell of a running game, and they can play action that into at least some capable passes.
Yeah, this is a tough game. Who are we rooting for? I guess we got to root for the Niners, right? Bang, bang. We lost to the Panthers by 3. I don't know. I guess. I'm going to take the Niners as well, but I think this, again, could go either way. But give me the Niners. They're home. Monday Night Football. Give me the Niners. Which brings up the game of the week, at least on this channel. The 4-5-1 Cowboys hosting the 8-2 Eagles. Man, this is a fun one to watch, man. I'm just glad we got to this point with a relatively healthy football team. Again, it's now or never for Dallas. If they lose, I think they're more desperate than the Eagles. I know I have a lot of Eagle fans saying, but we're fighting for the number 1 seed. In the back of their mind, they have 8 wins. They're maybe 2 wins away from locking up a playoff spot. And it's not the same type of desperation. I don't know, Phil. What are you thinking of this matchup?
Okay, so I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna give my prediction. You can give yours from the mailbox and everything. When I look at these two teams, I think I said it early on. I think I see so many similarities between these two teams. And obviously, the only similarity that matters the most is the record, and that's not something that the Dallas Cowboys have in their favor. I think. I love the way that our defense played yesterday. It's so much, when you get these two pieces and you put them together, and Kenny Clark, and you put Quentin Williams in there, and then you put Logan Wilson and Overshone, and then of course Ravel, and then you got Donovan Wilson and Malik Hooker. I think there was a lot of pieces that were coming back, and they needed to start kind of at least getting into a rhythm. And obviously the offense that we were playing against wasn't elite, but when you look at what possibilities that could have happened, the way that the Dallas Cowboys have been playing defensively all year, it could have been a very bad showing. I've seen this team get just thrown on, just where you don't have to really think about the rush, and you just toss it downfield and they go and catch it and stuff like that. So when I look at these two teams, I see so many different scenarios that can happen, because this is how this team is. They're the divisions, both offenses can really attack these defenses if they really kind of put a good game plan together. How do I feel about it? I definitely feel totally different than I felt weeks ago. I mean, this defense, again, I would not have put Cowboys in this matchup at all. But now with this, how I'm feeling about this team, the way this offense is kind of moving, the way they're just gelling as a team. With the passing of Nealon, I think all this stuff does mean stuff. And I feel, as a fan, that I can feel confident and feeling great about my team pulling out a victory. So I got to go Dallas Cowboys with a victory, 34-21.
34-21, Cowboys over the Birds. This game is exciting to me because one of two things are going to happen. Either what we think with Dallas is going to come to fruition, or the Eagles defense is going to say, not right.
Today.
Yeah, not so quick.
Exactly.
Not today. And that it really is the game. I'm sorry, but I don't think that it's going to. I just think that's what it's about. I think Dallas has to score points. If Dallas can't score, 27 points, they're not going to win the game. I do think Dallas defense, I think it's going to be. I'm just telling everybody, I know some people that are going up to the game as Eagle fans, a few friends of mine. Bobby Smurder might be a tie. Go Birds. Good luck, guys.
That'd be
Thanks,
hilarious.
Bobby.
I would laugh.
You're a
if it was
class
that.
act. Everybody say a prayer for Bobby's wife.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm going to go into the mailbox, and I'll give you my reason why. Now, the line on the game is Dallas is getting 3 points. So basically, they're saying Eagles are 6 points better than Dallas. I've alluded to this all week. I'm not going to change now. I've closed it up a little just because I do believe Eagles are going to have some success. Or you might see the Eagles get the ball and get a touchdown right away. And it'll be like, oh, Lord.
Yep,
you know,
definitely.
I
Definitely see that. I can almost guarantee that.
I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. The over-under is 47.5. That's a tough one because when I wrote the score down and then I looked at the over-under and I'm like, oh, shit. I don't know that it's going to go over. So I may be wrong here. My original thing was 27-21, but I'm like, God, the Eagles kicker's pretty good. He's going to get a field goal. My final score, I know the Eagle fans are going to love it. Have fun with it. Remember, I will be live for the post game. Cowboys 27, Eagles 23. Eagles may have the ball and driving. I do disagree with Drew. Drew thinks that the Eagles are the more desperate team. I just don't. I think that emotion in football is huge, and I think that it's going to mean a lot. And I think the infusion of these guys who haven't had a lot of snaps and haven't played enough, going up against a battered Eagles team right now, and they are battered mentally and physically, albeit they're playing great. I think the offensive line is beat up. No Lane Johnson. The Eagles' record without Lane,
true, that's a good
is not
score.
great. What's that?
No, I mean, he's saying it the other way.
30
I mean, that's what I'm saying. You
21.
can feel confident. If you're a fan of this team, you can feel confident.
Yeah, no, I don't have a
very
problem with
fair.
that. I'm not. How can I argue with a guy who's leading our pick'em? You know, I'm just saying, this is our final stand here. Again, not for nothing. If Dallas, I just want to speak for myself. Dallas wins tomorrow, regardless of score. That doesn't change my opinion on them in playoffs. There's way too much ground and games between now and the playoffs. This is about trying to get better with all these new players and trying to win against good teams in the process. We'll see tomorrow if that can happen. If Dallas loses, then we're gonna start looking at draft picks because Dallas, and then I think it's a big deflation for this team. So
see, Mouse, it could be defensive more struggle. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be an interesting game. I think both teams, could come out and
that's why.
And again, both teams could have a potential of dominating. Both teams have a potential of defenses doing the thing. So I find the possibilities of this game kind of endless. So it makes the watching it just that more exciting.
Yeah, it does. So stay tuned. I'll be live after. If Phil wants to join, whatever, that's great. Hopefully, but I know you're busy. The post game will be shortly after the game, and we'll go live. I don't know that I'm going to go live for the 1:00 game. Stay tuned. I got to see what I'm doing around here. I know I got company coming in they're here from California. My wife's aunt, so she was here today. She'll be here tomorrow. So my wife's going up to New York for. I won't be able to go because I got to work, but she's going up to New York for Thanksgiving. So it'll be fun. But let's put it this way: it would make the Thanksgiving game that much more exciting if Dallas can get a win against the Eagles. It would make it mean more for Dallas fans. We want to win, not for anything else than to extend our hopes, right?
Yep, I agree.
All right. Well,
I know
that's
there's a delay. There's like a little delay. You can hear him kind of like wait a minute, and there it is. But anyways, Bryan, man, I appreciate you dealing with the delay and kind of being here, just because I know you kind of had to push me a little bit today because I had some stuff to do, and so I kind of had like 1 hour to kind of put everything together. So I'm very happy with the results. I'm glad that we did it. I mean, let's be real. I mean, putting something on the channel each week is definitely key, man. Bryan, anything you want to say to the guys before we get out of here?
Enjoy the game, whether you're an Eagle fan. Enjoy, I mean, I hope you lose, but enjoy it. Again, There's only 7 more regular season games to go, and then it's one and done, and then anything can happen. So enjoy the rest of enjoy tomorrow, because let's face it, Phil, we're playing the Commandos and the Giants the last 2 games of the year. By that point, who knows?
Yeah.
They're not going to be exciting. This is the last exciting divisional game for us Cowboy fans. We're hoping to get a win. So
yep.
Enjoy the games, people.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate you guys coming through, talking, as you know, that rivalry, the hate week, all that kind of stuff. But one thing for sure is one thing I appreciate is for you guys not forgetting to do what? Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, I know there's a delay. I can't wait for you to ring that bell. Anyways, you guys take care.
That was ominous. What the was that? What the is this?
Se va, sáquenme la botella que funda para gastarle. Esta noche tú y yo nos vivimos la película. Luce cámara, la acción después en mi recámara. En el duelo no se sabe quién ganará. So baile, baby, ese seguro y retrocede. Que me encanta la manera en que tú lo mueves. Solo pégate un poquito, mami, que yo quiero enseñarte lo que yo tengo para ti. Lo que tengo para ti. Sé que te va a encantar.
What the heck was that? Forgot what I was gonna say.